Hey guys,
Hi.
welcome to Bold and the Bold. And today we have someone very special. I'm so happy to have Kenny Awumi here. Uh,
Kenny is one of the most well sought after and, if I'm not wrong, most highly paid transgender model from Nagaland. And we from Northeast are really proud for her achievements. And trust me, guys, this stage that she is in, it takes a lot of effort and willpower to be in. It's not just about the looks; it's about the determination. It's about the courage that you go through to reach that level. So here we have with us Kenny Awami. So Kenny, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for the amazing introduction.
Yes. So Kenny, let me ask you the first question. Kenny, how did your modeling career begin? How did you first begin your journey?
Growing up, actually, of course, I have always wanted to be a woman. So that was one of the first things that got me, like wanting to be a model. And also, as a kid, I will always, watch all this fashion TV and imagine myself walking down the runway and being able to live what I have dreamt. It's a very big thing. Though it wasn't really easy for me to reach here, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself. And also thankful to the society and industry for accepting. So this has been a great journey for me though.
How was your family support?
My family has always been supportive, and since I'm from a very small town, so it wasn't really difficult for me to grow up as a transgender kid, because in a small town there is no hater. It has always been about love, and even if they have accepted me just because of the entertainment sake, but still there was no discrimination. So growing up, it was amazing. And especially the mom, she is a single mother, and she has always been supportive. And yeah, she's the one who has supported me, and it has always been that way.
so you must say thank you, Auntie, for supporting you. We've got a wonderful model in our country.
Yes, of course. And I just want every parents to support their kids, because growing up, it gets even more difficult, like mentally. So having a family support is just very important.
Very important. So coming to that, being a transgender model, like you must have gone through a lot of challenges. So like what are the your top, if you have to come in your mind, I know there have been a massive amount of challenges, but if you think about the first two biggest hurdles of your life, what would that be and how did you overcome it?
As a transgender model, the journey is even more difficult, than the normal models. I mean, when I say normal model, it doesn't mean that they have not struggled, but we have to struggle. If they're struggling twice, we have to struggle like thrice. We have to struggle like 4 times. So it gets very difficult for us as a trans model. And industry, they will never accept us unless we desperately show them that we want to be a part of the industry. Otherwise, they're really not gonna take us seriously. And even now, some of the designers, of course, like they don't take us seriously, and we definitely have to prove them. If I don't tell them that I'm a trans model, it gets very easier for me to work or get a job, But once they come to know that I'm a transgender model, I just get rejected from the show. Like if the show is next day and they come to know that I'm a trans, I won't be accepted, and they will kick me out of the show. Not that it happens now, but it has happened like before in the past, and this has been the struggle. And also, I remember 3 years back, I have done for the famous Fashion Week the audition, and they have actually kept my form in a separate way. Like as a transgender, they were not even allowing me to write my form, and they did not even take my proper audition. So that was one of the experiences that I faced. And the second one was I actually got selected by the designer himself, but that time he did not know about my gender. And when I come for the fittings and he came to know that I'm a trans, he did not even let me try the clothes. And the reason he gave me was I was not skinny enough to be walking his fashion show, whereas I could see so many normal models like even heavier than me doing the show. But the reason he could just give me was me being a little heavier than the regular models. Yeah,
I was thinking the things that so our audience who have just joined us or who probably are new to our interviews. So as we are trying to show the real-time struggles and the real-time problems that people are facing, and we are trying to highlight the gems of Northeast that we know as the ball in the bowl that we know. Of course, you guys can suggest us some more to interview, but then here that Kenny has mentioned the struggles of a model, and sometimes they are being lied to right on the face, given very stupid excuses, and this happens, guys. This happens. The journey of a normal model is also not
Exactly. Yeah, it doesn't really happen to, it's not me who's facing this problem. Like, we notice some people who have so much talent to discover. We have so many amazing models, but I don't know why we are not giving proper opportunities, or we are not given proper platforms, whereas we are always turned away, by us.
I think now,
Yes, now things are changing. We see Kenny working for Lakme Fashion Week. We feel so proud.
Amazon Fashion Week.
Accompanied by Tia, they look wonderful in saris. They really rock the saris, guys. You should please go and check out her
Thank you,
Instagram.
guys.
It's really amazing. They have walked. Kenny has walked for some of the most biggest fashion weeks, and trust me, guys, struggle is never easy. To reach a platform, it is always difficult. And I'm really grateful that our industry has been accepting the changes. Nowadays,
right now.
we can see a lot of Northeastern faces in the mainstream. And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so we can see a lot of mainstream Northeastern faces. We can see different type of body types, and I think this particular change is really, really helpful, Kenny. I'm sure you'll agree to it. So coming to my third question, okay, this is a little bit personal, and since I know Kenny for the last 2-3 years, so I find it I really want to ask you, okay, I'm very interested. See, guys, Kenny has a wonderful sense of humor, rather like practical sense, or like you say something and you will anyways get a very, very smart comeback. And this is very, very unique to her. I think we should celebrate this factor of yours, Kenny. So do you think once, like, you can have this as a side career as well, are you seriously thinking about this as a stand-up comedian, or probably a stand-up orator or something, because you have one of the quirkiest
best sense of humor that we have ever seen.
And guys, I must tell you, I have a very big reason behind this. I think I call this as my defense mechanism, because growing up, like, people like us, we are easily attacked, and I'm someone who's very vulnerable, and I take things very seriously, and I get very affected very fast. So this way, when I throw out my jokes to people, and then people laugh, I think that's the way of me pushing up other people, because if I let them enter the space and just invade that part of me, like, I am the one who's going to get affected. So before they enter their place, like, I just go out, make jokes, and just smile and make fun of people, though they don't mind. I mean, they take it in a very easy, chill, banter way, but still, yeah, that's the way of me defending myself. But I am definitely not gonna take this up as a career, because in the future I see more myself as an entrepreneur, someone's wife, or someone's daughter-in-law, and someone's mother. So I think that's what I am very interested in becoming. But this is definitely going to be there with me forever, and as long as I can entertain everyone around me, yeah, I will do it.
Yes, so I think Kenny has given her answer.
Beautiful answer, actually. So, see, the reason why we started off this interview is basically for the youth itself, and our youth is changing in our country, and they are the powerhouse of our country. So, Kenny, what will be your, advice, your message to the youth?
I think, firstly, yes, like you guys said, like, these days, I think, youth, they are playing the most important role in the country, and not only, like, they're also enlightening our elders as well on behalf of everyone, So the people who are following me in social media as well, they're mostly youth, and these people, they're enlightening their elder people of the society who is not very, like, known to us. So like, they're the one who's enlightening. And also I want to send a message to these people, just be strong, and just be yourself. Don't let anyone tell you what you have to do. and keep spreading the message. And I think, the message will easily and, it will spread more faster when we all hold our hand together and, go front and just enlighten people. Yeah.
That's beautiful, Kenny. I understand. So basically, you're saying that we have to, so I'm rephrasing, we have to be together as the next generation, and we have to support each other and accept the changes in the society in a more positive way, and speak out for your rights, guys. Speak out.
Yeah, because that way it will be more faster. Everyone has to hold their hands and just walk through and educate people and enlighten our elders or other society who is not aware about us, so that way it will be more easier, faster, and it will be a better place to live.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kenny. This was really informative, and I'm sure the people who are watching us, the young lots, they will learn so much from you and from your struggles. And Kenny, this is not the end. We have prepared some questions as a rapid fire round for you.
Okay, I'm excited about this one.
We have written it down. So be ready. Okay, so
Kenny doesn't know about it. So I think you start up with the first question.
Okay, just give me one word or as few words as possible, all right? So, your favorite designer?
I don't really have a specific favorite designer, but in India, that would be Sabyasachi for sure. Okay, Sabyasachi. Let it be like that.
Okay. So the next question is, it's a tongue twister. I'm going to say this 5 times. Upper roller, lower roller.
Upper roller, lower roller, upper roller, lower roller, upper roller, lower roller, upper roller. Okay, fine, I'm better at it. I talk like a tongue twister myself.
Okay, next one. Just one word, okay? The hottest man you think is alive?
Oh God, I can't even say one. I mean, there is one guy standing in front of me as well.
Say 5.
Say 5 then.
Okay, I love David Gandhi for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And there are so many models. So even
Name
John,
them.
I like Marlo, and obviously the Indian man, of course, the Ranveer Singh. And I love this Asian model. He is Benjamin. So I don't know if everyone is aware about it. That I'm not so a big fan of actors, but yeah, the models around and the influencers are the guys I look for.
Nice. Next.
Okay, so the next question is the sexiest attribute that you look out in a partner.
Come again?
The sexiest attribute that you look out in a partner.
Sexiest factor.
Okay, so you definitely have to have a clean feet. I'm not a fetish about food, but still clean feet, good smell, and very good sense of fashion clothes. And I think I could count 3.
Yeah.
So
let's keep that.
now that you mentioned fashion, it relates to the next question.
Yeah.
So if you meet a person, doesn't have to be a man. So if you meet any person, what clicks with you first, their personality or their conversation?
I think, personality, because if I like the personality, I can go on with the conversation, So I think personality is the first thing I notice.
So next question is a tricky one. So if you ever given to work with a brand and you had to choose one from this, which one would you choose? Prada or Balmain?
I think Balmain, because I have been shortlisted to do their hair extension shoot this month. So yes, Balmain, hello.
So okay, the last one. If there were a fire breakout at your house, God forbids, but then if there was a fire breakout at your house and you had to choose the 3 things that you'll take, what will they be?
That will be my shoes, of course. The first shoes I bought with my money, my Christian Louboutin, and my bag, my Chanel bag. And this is the funny one, but I'll definitely take out the pair of my silicone boots, which I've removed it. Yeah.
And what about the credit card?
Yeah, because I have literally removed it and it's on my dressing table, so I will definitely pick that up. I don't have money to buy it again, so that's one of the things I'll pick it up.
Okay, So thank you so much. This was the rapid fire round, and it was really, really interesting. And thank you so much, Kenny. We really love you.
So much of fun. Thank you so much, guys, for actually, like bringing this out and also, letting me reach more public. And you guys are doing an amazing job. And guys, this is my first, I debuted my rapid fire, and yeah, it was fun. I love you guys so much.
Feel about it? Did you have fun?
I just have so much of fun. I'm just waiting for the viewers, I'm just waiting for the outcome, which is going to be interesting. For sure.
Go to Kenny's Instagram, check her out, and those girls, transgenders, all the people, everybody, whoever wants to be a model and wants some advice from Kenny, you can always DM her, ask her the questions, how to go about
my
it.
profile is all about enlightening people, and also especially to the trans community, my profile is like my journey. So if you guys have any questions regarding the transition or anything, you guys can just always feel free to DM me and ask about it. And I mostly keep coming live, so it's just make it more easier for me to connect with the people. And you guys are making it more easier for me, so thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much, Kenny. It was so nice talking to you. We'll catch up with you once again. Signing out today from the Boy and the Bob.
Bye, guys.